It's Mac the Guru. This is my review for All American Episode 11, Season 3, The Bigger Picture. Make sure you subscribe if this is your first time here. Now, they did a great job with this episode. It was paced great. They fit a lot in this episode, but it didn't seem like it was moving too fast. Sometimes series do that. When they gotta fit a lot in the episode, they do it, but it's like, it's moving too quick. They paced the episode at the perfect pace, and they fit a lot in the episode. Think about everything that happened. It's 2 weeks after Jordan's injury at homecoming. So 2 weeks have passed. We know that from the beginning with Liv talking with Jordan. We got Liv getting back to her thing, finding her passion, Nurse Joy helping her, giving her advice. We got Spencer finally getting a recruiter in TNT. Him and Coach Baker figuring out a little more about what TNT looking for, and Spencer having to make a decision as a man at the end when he talked to the TNT dude and let him know, hey, you ain't gonna market me any way you want to. I'm gonna be me. We got Layla coming back to, not coming back to Liv, but mending that relationship. Coop doing the same thing. And I said this was gonna happen because as people, you gotta decide who you want in your life, you know. And if people are good for you, people that been there for you, then, you know, mend the situation. That's what Layla did. That's what Coop did. And both of them did it in a similar way. Both of them came with a almost significant item from the past and bringing it back up and then explaining, you know, well, not Coop as much. She didn't get a chance to explain to Spencer yet, but Layla explained to Liv, you know, how she feeling. And Coop gonna do that in the future episodes. But we also got Principal Carter learning more about his backstory, how we feel about him now. Learning, hold on, Billy Baker really did hit him. You know, when that first happened, I was like, nah, man, Coach Baker ain't go out like that. But remember, the TNT dude say, yeah, that's what Coach Baker did. I'm like, oh, okay. Then we learned about his backstory with his daughter. Spencer's little brother, you know, and his daughter, they, you know, coming of age, you know, and you see she coming of age, going through her cycle and stuff, and him not knowing how to handle it, needing advice for a woman. Definitely need advice for a woman on that. My dude say he got flashcards, and I'm like, okay. He got a PowerPoint about to make her sit down and watch a YouTube video to, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you know, but he got advice from a woman. That's why he came through with the flowers, and they kind of becoming friends. But then you got Laura breaking things up with Simone, and Simone wasn't even in the episode. Parents probably, Jordan made a joke about it, but her parents do probably got her unlocked. She done been pregnant. She gave her kid away, and then she had a marriage they didn't know about. Laura went on, you know, rampage, let everybody know she trying to get it annulled. So that's the situation. And Jordan is dealing with this injury, right? He dealing with this injury, and I like that he went to Spence because they dealt with a very similar injury. It's on different parts of the body, of course. One is a concussion. One is a you know, Spence with his arm. But both of them was having them thoughts. Man, am I gonna play again? Is it over? You know what I mean? Spence had it earlier. Jordan going through it now. Is it over? Has life changed? And he going through that depression. And shout out to his friends, man. JJ, Ash, Spence, they was all there for him. And you see, Jordan did what most people do. When people be depressed and stuff, they go be by themselves, push people away, you know, lash out. Because how he went at JJ was so unnecessary, you know. And then JJ and Asher, they putting their differences aside for Jordan. So everybody was playing a role. They paced this episode a lot. And that's not even getting to the big thing that the episode is about, and the next episode gonna be about. The investigation of the cops killing a young girl. I believe her name was Mika in the storyline, and Liv then went all the way right at the end. She went all the way left. I like the fact she was getting at her, getting back to her passion. And first off, salute to her as an actor too. Golly, they be asking a lot from these actors. Yo, son, I was watching this and I'm thinking, because y'all know, especially if you subscribe, I do a bunch of different shows, Godfather, Harlem, all type of stuff, right? I'm thinking like, man, the CW shows, they be asking a lot from their actors emotionally. That's how I be feeling when I watch this. Like, oh, dang, they ask a lot from their actors. But the actors be stepping up. They got some good actors, and they be nailing it. Liv nailed that last thing. And they all in a funny situation, but it's weighing on them all. Trust me, it's weighing on Laura too. You know, not only, pick up on the subtle things. Not only is Liv and Laura, they having a conversation, but remember, when Laura was there by herself, what's she watching? She watching the case. You know, it's weighing on her too. But Liv, and typically it's like this with young people. This is why young people a lot of times push the communication thing forward, and then older people push the legislation, you know, to change that. Because young people have more of that revolutionary spirit. When people get older, it's like they almost know better. I want to release the video. You know, I'm sure Laura wanted to release the video, but she's older. You know, she's a part of it with a job. And she's just like, no, I can't. If I got a family, I can't. You know, the logic kick in. With younger people, think about Tupac, how young Tupac was. Even the younger icons that died, they might have been a little older than Tupac, but they were still young. The Malcolm X's and the Martin Luther King, these guys wasn't old. You know what I mean? So that youth play a role in it, especially when Martin Luther King and Malcolm X got started. You see, they was young. That youth play a role in it. You just have more of that revolutionary spirit. Like, I'm gonna do it, and then the outcome will come. Right? So it's affecting everybody. A lot of people didn't show up to the actual speech that they gave, which is sad. But this the only thing, you know, that, you know, I don't want people to get misconstrued. And this is what they saying, right? Well, one of the things I took away from it when they said, yo, it's a black woman, you know, nobody care because it's a black woman. Trust me, it weighs on you think Sandra Bland didn't weigh on everybody? Are you kidding me? Dude, I almost lost. I was teaching navigation up in Great Lakes when that happened, or around that time. And, man, I almost like went to mass and some more other stuff, you know, like just talking in the, my chief had to pull me in yeah, like, man, you gotta stay away from them type of combos, cause I'm in there, you know, like, man, what? Like, you know, cause people be feeling different and we talking about this thing. I'm like, y'all tripping. It's gonna be a problem, you know? So it weigh on everybody. Breonna Taylor, you know, like that stuff weigh on everybody just the same. It ain't a thing where, oh, it's a black man, so it's like, you know, it's a hand-to-hand thing. We need each other. We one people. Let's stop trying to separate us with the gender thing. Real talk. All right. Now I know some people might disagree with that, but hell, hey man, that's just how I feel. But yeah, it was so much going on in the episode, and it was a dope episode. I'm going to have to break down these videos and do them separately. And I will. I promise I will. I'm going to break them down. Make sure I do everything separately and really touch on these different topics, because it was a lot going on. But it was great pacing, great job on the writers, the actors, you know, and the storyline is what is really dope. Not only the real Spencer storyline, but them mixing it in and what's going on now in the environment of, you know, America today. But yeah, man, other than that, it's Mac the Guru. As always, if you're still here, make sure you click that subscribe button, like the video. Y'all be easy, be safe. Comment below too. Peace.